Okay, I want to show you from this point how to get rid of the rest of the background. Since I have the foreground completely black now, I can use my color curves on the whole entire rest of this because it's easy. You're not going to delete. I'm just going to pull it all the way over this side. So, you know, the whole background's gone. There's a little white in there. But I can fix that. I hit OK. And then I'm going to just get rid of a little bit of that white right here. Whoops. Now if you do that, remember, undo it, change the colors right here, and then hit delete on the keyboard. I don't think I emphasize enough that to delete, you have to hit the delete on the keyboard. Now we have our mask. And actually, the way you do it is the opposite. So I'm going to go to my colors, make sure everything's selected, and invert the entire mask. The foreground is actually white and the background is black. That's no problem. Then I'm going to click on my Dark layer here. I'm going to right click and make sure you have an alpha channel at this point on the foreground. So I'm going to add my alpha channel. I'm going to right click again and say add layer mask. And just hit the add button and you'll get a layer mask here. This part's kind of tricky. Click on the mask, use Control C to copy. Click on this little square there, Control V to paste. And now it does this for some strange reason, and then you just right click here and you say anchor layer and it puts the mask in there. Now you have the mask on that. I can take this off and you can see what it looks like. Oh, and I did this last time too. I forgot to delete the background here. But I can fix things after I apply the mask. But now that looks pretty good, but I'm actually going to add a layer and I'm going to put the layer down here like this, pull it down. Hide the other layers is the show or hide a layer. And this layer I'm just going to make all red by using my paintbrush, but I have to change my foreground to red like that. And I just hit boom and it paints it all red. And now you can see some imperfections on her hair. It doesn't look like hair, it looks like some gray stuff. The same with his hair, it looks like he's got this weird gray stuff around his hair. The final tool we use to fix that is this tool right here. It's called not that one, this one, Clone Tool. You click on that. Once you click on the Clone Tool, you have to hold the Control key down and click somewhere in his hair. Now you see it leaves a little circle there. It brings a circle with me, and then I hold the right button down, and I have to make sure I'm on this layer right here. I'm going to, whoops, undo that. No! What do I do? I want to show them. All right, let's try it again. I was in the red layer. I should be on this layer. I click my clone tool. I click the area I want to clone with the Control key held down on the keyboard. Click with Control key held down, and then you let go of the Control key, and then you click where you want to clone. And what it's going to do is to take, I'm going to hit Control again, let go of the Control, and click and drag where I want to clone. If I make a mistake like that, I undo, click here with the Control key held down, and then click and drag. So I keep doing that over and over until I get the edges of his hair I'm coloring with his own hair. And because there's a mask applied to this, it will not color anything but what's inside the mask, which you couldn't do if you didn't have a mask. That way I can get rid of that weird gray color. The hair is almost impossible to do well. I'm sure the professionals have more techniques than I do in getting hair to look natural on a background when you take out the hair that was there. I'm going to do the same thing with her hair. Click, Control key, and then drag on top. It's not easy to do. There's actually she's got a hole in her head. I got to fix that by changing the mask. After I apply the mask, I can fix that. It's actually not turning out very well. Okay, I could keep doing that until this hair was all fixed. I'll do that. I'll pause it. Okay, now I'm almost done. I've got a few problem areas, but I'll try to fix those. What I'm going to do is actually apply the mask. I'll right click here and you say apply layer mask. And now there's no longer a mask at all. In fact, I can delete this layer completely. And I could delete the other layer too, but I like having it there because it shows you your problems with that bright red showing through. For instance, she's got a hole in her head right here. So what I'm going to do is just clone that away. And those holes are okay because that's the sky coming through her hair. But this is her scalp. Okay, then I left some of that blue in there by mistake. I can go back with my fuzzy select and try to select that. I'm actually going to change my threshold a little bit higher. 20. See if I can get that easily. And then right in here. It's not, my threshold's not high enough. I could also use my select right here to get rid of that. Any way you want. Okay, now you see the sky coming through. It's a nice effect. I'm going to get rid of that back layer. And now I'm done. Then I just actually could crop this image a little bit. There's nothing to see back there now. Crop to selection. And then I go to my file, export as, and export it as a PNG.